Ladies and gentlemen, it's a special episode of Pizza Records Live. This is the only kind of stand-up you'll be seeing tonight. A litany of people won't be here tonight for the show who are typically here. One of which allegedly won't be here because I cut their tires. It's a certain bespectacled bearded gentleman that may or may not appear in a bowler hat because, frankly, I don't want a pizza puzzler or a pizza bomber or whatever he is coming to the show. I'm the host. I'm the only host ever. It's my show. My name's basically in the title. It's close enough to the title that's in there. And another thing, this is me. This other guy, that I don't know his name, is probably Spinks because I looked at his sock or something. That's pizza whatever pizza characters are coming after me next. This is me, okay? So just remember that, okay? I'm the only host of Pizza Records Live, and also, look at this beautiful setup we now have, where the stand-up person has their own little area. I was sniffing farts, everybody's sniffing farts for stand-up, all leading up into now. And we got a brand new functioning, beautiful state-of-the-art set for our talk show. Thank you.
Welcome to Pizza Records.
Hello and welcome to a very comfy, warm episode, a little cozy episode of Pizza Records Live. We won't have any microphone material for you tonight, no rapping, no stand-up or anything like that. We're just going to talk for a while. I've already kind of talked about the most important thing I did today, allegedly.
Allegedly. If we have any police come in today to remove our host, we'll know why.
Nah, because I'm a different guy.
Yeah, you're not.
Are you going to explain that? Or are we just...
There's just a certain guy that comes around here with a beard and glasses, and sometimes he has a fancy hat. You know, he was here before.
Oh, I
You know?
got you.
And, I just needed a break from him trying to get my seat and whatever. I don't know what the pizza puzzler / and/or bomber is going to do yet. Don't care for it. Buys me some time.
What happened there, bud?
I lost my fucking heel. I was walking from the microphone to the desk, and I took a good step, and it was just flat as could be. I was going to do a
That's too
gimmick
bad.
where I kicked my feet up and crossed them, and then kicked one, and it was going to clap.
Yeah.
But I can't do that now, so now, new gavel
Okay.
for the moment. This one is a magical scepter to be used
Only
in
for
case
magical
of
things.
horrible, in case a real fire breaks out or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Devin,
Yeah.
does anything grind your gears?
Thanks for setting that up. Yeah. So many things grind my gears every day. I don't speak about them a lot to anybody really at all. Just kind of bury them deep inside. Lots of things. But there's one thing in particular that's grinding my gears. So we have a bunch of people that come in here that just come to talk to us, which is fine. And we're pretty charitable, and we try to help people out, and like this is a community thing. We try to do a lot of good things for people, not to be like pat ourselves on the back, but we
Trying
do.
to be a good boy.
Yeah, we try to be decent people. But there's one person that's been coming in here since we were at the Gillum house, way over there in the funeral home, and comes in here 3 or 4 times a week, and never bought anything. Never made a purchase in here?
Never.
Okay, fine. Again, I don't mind having little socializing. That's fine. No big deal. You don't have to buy.
I've never bought
You
anything
don't.
here.
Yeah, you don't have to buy anything here to be our friend or whatever. But here's the problem. Every time he comes in, he wants something to do something us to do something for him. Like, let's just say, try to help him sell something, this or that, help him write a book, help him become a famous book writer / he got wind of the TV show, so wants us to. Apparently, I have Hollywood connections now because I'm doing a TV show. Do not. My closest connection to Hollywood is my uncle that lives in San Diego. That's about all I got.
Pretty good.
And I got a camera. So people in Hollywood do have cameras.
They do, yes.
So that's basically all I've got. But anyway, he wants me to somehow use those connections to get his book.
Get
yeah.
the ball rolling.
Yeah. Literally every time he comes in, usually, like, I try to ignore him, pretend that I'm busy, which I actually usually am busy.
Yeah.
And it's usually like, he's like, "Oh, hey, let me bother you about stuff while you're doing things. But if I'm in here, usually he's quick in and out. But if my wife is in here, he's in here for an hour or two. Wonder why. Anyway, so I've had enough. This guy doesn't watch podcasts. I'm not worried about all that. But I'd have to get it out. I have to release that shit. And I don't ever do that. But this grinds my gears. I'm tired of this fucking guy. And the next time that he comes in here, I'm going to ask him, what can I do for you?
Yep.
That's what I'm here. This is what we're here. We're a charity.
It's a charity.
This is basically Goodwill.
What dreams,
What dreams can I help you?
what wish can I make for you?
Yeah. Yep. Would you like to buy a soda? No? Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not
Not a
nothing.
damn thing.
Not a fucking pin.
You should tell him about the magic scepter we have over there.
Yeah.
I might, yeah.
I'll
see what
fuck
he
him up.
Give him a spell.
I don't know. I'm getting his head like.
Put like a force field where he doesn't come in.
This might just be
Now that you're
classic
talking about
drop
this-
for all you guys know.
I kind of want to read his book.
Well, after here, I'll tell you about that book.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe I may have also been pitched
Because
the
he doesn't watch podcasts, but why would I do anything to be like, hey, everybody in the world, the 40 viewers of this, go check out his fucking book.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's burned that bridge. So,
I don't want to say anything too specific, but I believe I was offered a ride from this gentleman once heading
Yes.
home,
yeah.
and then I was showed what this book was.
Yep.
And he was asking like what I thought, and I was like, "You're not gonna like any of my ideas."
Yeah.
And he didn't. He just went on about his own thing every time I talked.
He usually argues with our staff over stupid things and gets in the way. And so again, I just had enough. So I'm gonna do a little venting, and I think I'm done. I think I've got enough of it out. So yeah, that's my grind my gears
We
segment.
appreciate it. I'll go last, but I'm gonna ask Reed. You got anything that grinds your gears?
Yeah, but I kind of want to keep talking about that. Like, I'd like to be involved in the writing of the show and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
I feel like you guys like me,
yeah.
so
I like having you around.
I probably
You're
have
right.
a better chance.
I mean, most of the time. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that guy.
I know.
But,
That guy grinds my gears.
He's grinding my gears right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I enjoy your company. But if you were to start to come in here and be like, hey, can you sell your truck for me or sell my truck for you? Like use the Pizza Records
Yeah.
Facebook and its followers to sell shit for. Because that's what we
nothing to do
do.
with
It's
you?
apparently we're swap shop now.
Yeah.
We're not. Go fuck yourself. And my daughter just. Anyway, sorry.
My gears got ground today because I have to do this today, so I've finally got it so that they consistently give me more time before I come here.
Yeah.
Still not that much time. And then for some reason today they're like, come in 2 hours earlier than usual. I was like, fine. So I did, and they scheduled that yesterday.
That's good notice.
Yep.
Yeah.
The schedule yesterday while I was at work disappeared and then came back with bad news.
Bad news, you're coming in earlier.
You're coming in 2 hours earlier tomorrow, so say goodnight to a lot of things you wanted to do tonight.
Yeah.
And then So fine. And then I come in and the entire shift, I'll say it, is with this 17-year-old girl, new hire, that isn't new enough that she can excuse sucking at everything and being slow and not doing shit. She took like 50 bathroom breaks today. At one point, she
It's
was
a classic
assigned-
move.
I-
Well, that's what I did when I
I'll
worked
go
at
up.
Shopco. Shopco doesn't exist anymore. That's fine.
Go
I
for
can
it.
say it. But when I worked there when I was 16, I mean, it was like every half hour, an hour, we got
There you go. When I was hydrating a lot at a certain plastic factory, I went about 20 times. But I was a packer and I was quick. It wasn't a
Yeah.
problem. Somebody tried to make it a problem. I was like, "How's this a problem?" Everyone forgot about it.
Yeah.
But what she did with many of these bathroom breaks is she would be assigned a register. I'd be assigned Expo. Expo, if you suck, is super chill.
Yeah.
But if you're doing the job, you have to keep everything stocked in terms of food.
hmm
She used the bathroom break to walk past me covering her on register to take Expo, and then wouldn't do Expo right, wouldn't stock that food. And but there was a nice release because everyone in the building was like, "Argh!"
Yeah. It wasn't just you.
Yeah, there was,
Everyone's mad.
and it was even little things like folding paper around food.
Yeah.
They don't care. Eat it in
No.
5 seconds.
I
Slap
expect
around
my,
there.
expect my fast food tacos to be a complete mess.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
it's a standard operating
That's the
procedure.
point. You
It's
just
fine.
grab
If I
it
wanted a
and-
nice taco, I'd go to sit down restaurant and have a taco.
Mhm.
Right.
And we have items. I'm not going to say their name. They don't deserve it. But they're going to hate that I'm not saying their name to say.
Yeah.
We have items that feel like a sit-down Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. It's a
They're-
little different.
You want to know something? They're maybe $3 cheaper than that.
Nice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on what meat you want in there. Maybe it's the same price as a sit-down restaurant.
But lesser quality.
But lesser quality. There's pig shit on the floor. I can't get to it yet.
Cool. That's cool.
Hey. What's the situation you've had as a customer at a restaurant where you felt the restaurant was not handling it and you wanted them to go to
Handle.
have some balls? You wanted the restaurant to go after somebody on your behalf as someone else in there.
I mean, we run into it all the time when we're at a restaurant, especially here in town. I think
Yeah.
it's a certain type of person, I guess.
It's 6 p.m. on a Sunday type of person.
Yeah, I don't get the idea of people like, someone's serving me, so I get to treat them like shit.
Yeah.
Because the server has anything to do with the food or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they get their order wrong. Either way, they're human beings. But
If you can look at them and they're wearing a t-shirt as well,
yeah.
you're going to have to ask for somebody
Like, who are
else.
you? Like, if we were in Chicago and this is like a Michelin-rated
Yeah.
restaurant, I get it. But if I'm eating at a Mexican restaurant that is just a standard, a little bit higher than maybe a fast food, but it's not. We're not eating
Yeah.
filet mignon. So
Yeah.
these people are just working for minimum wage and tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Like-
lot of, I think, retirees here in town and a lot of golfers and a lot of church folk. And they have a lot about themselves about status.
I think so. Yeah.
A lot of status there. And then there's certain other ones where they're just so trashy that you might as well, now you're their brother-in-law and they're just going to yell at you that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go home and punch Billy Sue in the face.
Yeah.
But before that, I'm gonna berate you for not filling my drinking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed there is about a gap like this in my teeth. Why are you doing this to me? What do I look like to you?
Yeah.
Reed, you ever wanted the restaurant to go fascist on somebody?
No, I don't.
Do you eat at
On a
restaurants?
customer?
Do you eat at
Yeah,
restaurants?
yeah. You wanted them to go off on a customer. You were another customer. You didn't quite feel the right, but you felt that
I
the
don't
staff should uphold something or something.
No, I don't think so. I don't usually get. like, of course, it's the same thing with me. Like, I don't want to treat servers bad at all. So when somebody does, I'm like, get this guy the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
you guys are good to tell him
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah.
We would all like it.
Right. Right. But if I'm being served bad, I'm just kind of like, who cares?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't. It has to be really egregious for me to
I
be
mean, like another customer
Definitely.
is a piece of shit, and you want the restaurant to go after the customer.
I can't
Yeah.
think of a specific instance.
Yeah.
I can.
So mine, some say America runs on this
Duncan.
Duncan somebody, that's his name. But that fucking place, I went in there one time. It was pretty full, and I just wanted a donut and a nice coffee, and to sit down with my family. We were visiting for a minute. I paid. We'll just sit down for a minute before we go to the next store. We were talking, and like we just sit down with our stuff, and big old hoss comes in some overalls, reeking of pig shit. And he's decided he also wants to sit down and eat.
Oh.
Oh no.
And I sat and made a bit of an audible fuss to my family. The fuck is this? You can't go home and change? I understand where the pig shit came from. It's the same place the money came from. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
Are you?
We'll go to the drive-through.
Go through drive-through.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a drive-through.
I can't talk shit if you're in your car.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Why are you in here? I was very upset, and I made an audible fuss on the way out with my stuff. So maybe he'll steal my seat, stinking like that.
Might.
Literal shit is in the fucking building. We can't do anything about it. Any other context, be like, that's feces. Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy.
He's buying a $3 coffee, so
Yeah. Oops.
we gotta tolerate it. Yeah.
Bastards.
It's a shame.
I think at that point it should be like, all right,
Hey.
don't come back
Yeah.
doing that.
If you're gonna be caked in a fucking biohazard,
Yeah.
get out. Just don't do that.
Like, you're just using the free Wi-Fi? Fucking asshole.
You don't even have to come in here. Most people don't come in here.
Yeah.
We got a drive-through. This is like a drive-through main America runs on, don't it?
It's kind of funny because that's how like society's moved into. Like everywhere's got to have a drive-through now because
Yeah.
like people just don't want to go inside.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to get dressed. People don't want to
Get off the couch, obviously.
Yeah, they got to bring it here.
Yeah.
Why do I got? I
Why
have
gotta go to
work.
someplace? Oh,
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I understand a lot of people are overworked and underpaid, but there's a lot of people that just want to like walk around in their fucking underwear at gas stations and shit.
Yeah. Hit the gambling machines.
Yeah, there's just a lot of 12 and 13-year-olds that got taller and hairier.
You want entertainment, just go to Walmart for an hour and sit and watch people.
Yeah.
Go watch people at Walmart.
It's damn entertaining. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, they're
Eat at the Subway, watch them walk in.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, dude.
You just watch, don't say this,
Yeah.
don't do
Yeah.
that.
Collect
Just sit and
info.
watch.
Collect intel on the locals.
yeah. They there's some entertaining people.
There are.
I may or may not have worked at that place for a long time.
Right.
It's interesting dynamic, especially when you're on midnights. Back when they used to be open on midnights,
I'm one of the
not
more.
anymore.
I know that was about what I was about to bring up. I lament. I'm one of the more I'm clean looking in terms of the Walmart folk.
Ish.
Yeah, I'm clean compared to many of them.
Yeah.
I look fancy.
You're in the upper echelon
I'm in
of,
the upper echelon of a Walmart person.
Yeah.
But in terms of
but you're
some of,
still a Walmart person.
yes,
Yeah.
in terms of
You're in-
some of my behavior, I'm in the upper echelons of Walmart people in terms of their. Yeah, I'm one of them,
Yeah.
and that's why I went late at night.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Because sometimes I gotta cuss out loud about the self-checkout machine.
Yeah.
And one time it was like 3 a.m, and me and my brother were buying some bullshit at the Walmart after one of my late shifts. And I'm get to the self-checkout machine. Jesus fucking Christ, this piece of shit's so confused. And I fixed it, and this old woman in a blue vest came up. And it's like, we appreciate respect around here. And I was like, well, I come here at 3 a.m. on purpose.
This
so I
is
can say
Walmart,
whatever I
lady.
want." Yeah, it's Walmart.
I came here at 3 a.m. so I could cuss at your robot
Yeah.
checkout.
You
Nah,
ignore
Hy-Vee deserves respect. Target deserves it. Not fucking Walmart.
not Walmart. You guys built
Yeah.
something everywhere on purpose. You get to experience everywhere. That's your mistake.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a shop across from the pyramids of Giza,
you
you're gonna have some
advertise
weirdos
always
there
low
sometimes.
prices, the lowest price. So therefore, you're
Yeah.
gonna get
Everyone.
everyone.
All the real people, not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
commercial people.
No.
You don't get the what would have been Shopko people.
You get the taco quickly wrapped and put in the bag.
Yeah.
That's you get that person.
Well, that person's a little more with it because they get why they're
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that's the real.
Hey, here's something that I hate the most about Walmart, simply because I can't express it. These elderly women just standing near every product. And they're just standing there.
Yeah,
And they're everywhere.
they still do that.
They
still
just
do
shop. They just shop. That's
Yeah,
the hobby. Get a hobby.
I haven't been inside Walmart like to shop, and
I hadn't, when we didn't have a ride, or we hadn't for a long time. We've been doing it recently.
I might have made like a couple runs, like like dude runs, where you just like,
Thank you, dude runs.
I'm getting water,
Yep.
I'm getting chips, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Not I'm getting the shopping cart and doing the whole shopping. I don't
No.
remember the last time I did that. It's been years, but I have, ran in, grabbed one or two things, and like literally as quick as I can, trying to like dodge everyone, run on over.
I'm a basket at best type guy.
Yeah, maybe a basket if there's like a list of 5 or 6 things.
Yeah, I'm usually.
But I'll
the guy
probably try to carry everything myself.
Yeah.
Take all my sandwich shit and fruit.
Just like that.
Find a basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the wife wants to do what all these elderly women are doing and just look at everything. I'm like, who cares?
Just pick one.
It's a bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're going shopping for fun, and I have to reserve some of my fun facts, like the J.C. Penney sales are 100% fabricated.
Oh yeah, they came out and they basically admitted to that.
No, because the CEO was announced, I'm not going to do it, and there's a new CEO. And he goes, I'm not going to do it. It's bullshit. It's gross. And their sales went down. He was
Yeah.
like, fuck it. Fuck it, goddamn it.
They came out and were like, basically, we're just gonna have everyday low prices, or
Yeah, whatever.
The sale's gonna be out all day,
these.
every day.
fuckers.
We're not doing these sales.
Reed, what's your least favorite store? Which one is the one you go in there and you kind of like hate them or get pissed the most often? hate
You
what
ask
they
questions that I never know the answer to. Like, I'm not prepared at all.
I get it, dude.
My least favorite store. I don't know, just anything where like my mom or my sister trick me into going to a boutique with them. It's like, I don't want to fucking be here. And
Yeah.
I just got to carry all your clothes.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yep.
There's a lot of those in town.
There
Yeah.
are, yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave my statement there.
Yeah, you don't want to call anybody. huh?
Redacted.
No, because they're all good people running small businesses and stuff.
There is,
But
there
there's
is
a lot.
one that I've been to that it had really good prices on good clothes for like men. And I was like, no way.
Right?
This is awesome.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I guess what's happening is there's always a small influx of men's clothes, but there's a ton of dead old man clothes that go to these types of places, and no one buys them, so those end up getting thrown out as well.
Mhm.
But there's always a little bit from the elderly women that bought their equally aged husband new clothes, and he's like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever gonna wear
I
that.
have these pair of pants
Yeah.
that I've worn
Yeah.
for 50 years.
Why'd you
They're
just
totally
think,
fine.
oh my God. She gives it to the local whatever. That gets bought up by a girlfriend of a younger man
Yeah.
immediately. Most of the economy these days is female. Almost everything, the professional, the real estate, commerce, women are
think-
living the way men did in the 60s.
I think dudes run the food and drink economy. Maybe not run it, but they're big contributors to it,
Yeah.
especially.
As a customer base, we're
Yeah.
deciding a lot of the restaurants that aren't fast food.
Yeah, or the fast food because
Yeah, we
like
define
especially
fast food.
the single guy that like
Oh,
Yeah, and we
Like-
eat a lot.
yeah
Yes.
they're not going home and cooking. They're like, oh, I'm going to McDonald's because
I went to McDonald's and Taco Bell yesterday.
there you go.
There you go.
I ate at both
Young,
places.
single guy doesn't give a shit.
We define that. The men have conquered that market.
Yeah, but that's
Many
about
of the
it,
others-
really.
Yeah, many of the other ones, it's like I watch the ads. I'm like, okay, and it's always because it's for a woman to fall for ads. They don't expect me to anymore unless it's like, or do you want to join the army? Buy this deodorant instead.
Yeah.
They kind of do that kind of thing.
Right.
What's funny is that the army now is like more creative in their ads than ever. It used to be pretty straight up. They're like, join the army. We're the army.
You can get some school. There you go. You might die. There you go.
The Air Force awards their members with large fantasy-style swords now for different things. They'll have different, like a katana, but then they'll
What?
also have like giant bullshit broadswords that aren't historical, like fucking video game swords. They have their own designs built by their own engineers. And also a recent Air Force ad was them slaying a dragon,
No.
a CGI dragon. Because what else would you show the Air Force doing? Something,
Bombing Yemen.
yeah. You would show them doing something and would go, oh, fuck no. No, dude. I'll sell tacos. I'm not doing that.
For
I'm so fucking scared of what you're doing.
This is, yeah. All of them are like really cinematic now. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like shot well.
Yeah.
Like even they're entertaining kind of.
National
Right.
Guard is pretty comfy in their ads. They can just always show like,
They're like, come one week in a month. Eh.
they're like,
Yeah,
listen,
right.
you'll be a hero.
get some
and
free
also,
college.
You're just going to turn on like a breaker during a storm. You're going to look cool or something, is what the
Yeah.
ads say.
Yeah.
You're just going to be
Tornado
in the
hits a
snow.
town. You're gonna come in, feed some people stuff, maybe dig some people out of piles,
Yeah.
save the day.
Army
One
and
week in a
Marine
month.
Corps, short and quiet. If they show anything, they do that teaser trailer shit where you get one frame each thing. Guy jump on a tank.
Like-
Guy jumps out of a helicopter. Someone's pulling something off of a.
Do you want to run? Like,
You want
not
to
really.
You want to just work out all the time, bro? That's
Yeah.
what this is.
Do you want to run until you throw up, and then do it again?
Does alcoholism run in your family? Join the Marines.
Yeah, my maternal grandfather was a veteran of both Vietnam and Korea and was a recruiter in fucking 1960s Chicago. He was a recruiter for a long time, and at one point he handed my aunt a pistol and said, "Shoot me, I can't do it." And then she was like, "If you're not man enough, I'm not going to do it for you." And he was like, "Fuck," and
Cool
took the
story.
pistol back. And then
What?
we found a poem that he had written after he died, where all of the recruiters were basically Godzillas that drank all of the liquor reserves of the city and fucked all the virgins and beat all the men. And they said the only way we could beat them was calling in the boys that they had recruited into hell and corrupted. It was the only way to get rid of these giant monsters out of the city.
What?
And then
the fuck, dude?
Who's
he had
this guy? Who's this person to you?
my maternal grandfather.
Okay.
He lived.
So
Hope you don't get what he had, man.
Yeah.
He had something going on.
He had some
might have a
shit.
tad
Yeah.
bit of mental illness.
Who knows? Mid-30s schizophrenia pops up for most men if they have it. So I'm coming up in a few years to figure out if anything's up. But he also had I believe a Korean guy's thumb bone as a flak jacket zipper. We found that.
What?
Huh.
That's kind of cool.
He was crazy as hell. My mom keeps little notes that he kept out in the shed by where he what do you call? He packed his own bullets. He had these little notes that she loved because he had to write those because people would go out in the shed and people could die. Dumbass, pay attention, underlined 3 times. Do not mess with this. And it was like very much in his tone. She keeps those out of love.
Nice.
Is the way he was, very particular about everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess since I'm like about a decade older, right? Like my
You're-
my grandfathers fought in World War II,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so they're
Yeah,
a little
mine-
bit different. Like generation skipping a little bit.
Yeah. You're just a little bit older.
And
than me.
those dudes handled business, and when they came home, they handled business. I don't know what the difference. Maybe because they smoked opium in Vietnam. I don't know, but
Yeah, that generation's crazy.
yeah,
I think with the World War II people, legitimately what it was, well, actually no, because they would have had school marms. It's such a mess. It's hard to like pinpoint. I just know that if you went to school before, like right after World War II and before about the onset of the 70s, that's like a really good education. And also that economy was really good and you were super comfy. And then everything before that was like a mess because of global stuff. And everything after that was a mess because of our own stuff. We got this like nice golden period. And it's hard to figure out because you look at some of the older folks and you're like, didn't you have a better education than me? You're dumb as shit. I'm having to teach so many of the older guys that come into my fast food joint. Shouldn't they understand fast food? McDonald's and Sonic and this shit was their generation.
yeah, basically.
They watched
Sorry.
everything that changed in it. There's no terminology used at my store that isn't used across the nation. And I get so butthurt when they don't know what a combo is, when they don't understand that I need to know which size, and they go, well, which one does it come as? The one you want.
Medium, large, small.
What are you talking about? Which one does it come as, like default? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
There's so many things like
that
that.
one. That one is weird. I mean, you see generational differences all the time,
Yeah.
and that's just part of it.
I've noticed
But-
checks.
But that's an interesting one.
Checks at the register are starting to die down a bit more. I
We-
caught a lot of that at the beginning of my career.
We've got two of them.
You got
they
two?
They come in here and write us checks, which whatever.
We got
It definitely it's unique though. It's rare.
another contingent of the local populace that the three of us have to deal with a lot, I would imagine. Shifty street types.
Yeah.
We got a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any terms I might use that someone might try to spin. A lot of these young men are white.
Indeed.
We got a lot of young white guys that are scary as hell
Yeah.
Yes.
wandering around this town. I've hung out with 2 or 3 of them, which
Yeah.
I suppose added to their number. I think I was one for a moment.
We've
Are you talking
got.
about Gonzo?
Yeah.
He kind of scares the shit out of me, man.
Once
Just a
upon
little bit.
Yeah.
Just enough to be fun to hang out with.
He's
you know?
like the Jason Mewes of Pizza Records.
Yeah.
Like Jay and
He's a
Silent
fun
Bob.
guy.
I don't know who that is.
Oh. Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. Son of a bitch,
Not
your
from
boy. You aren't an American. You weren't around for 9/11, and also you don't even know what Jay and Silent Bob are. You're Chinese. First Chinese guest on Pizza Records Live read games.
This is gonna get real racist real fast. I don't think.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Maybe
yes,
we should
Andy,
pick something
please.
else for me.
Yes, Andy.
Well, you should probably watch Clerks then, and then go from there when you get time. Especially
Yeah.
being a comedian.
Okay.
Like, you get some inspiration there.
All right.
But there's this guy named Kevin Smith did a series of movies, but the first one he did was Clerks. Ran up $50,000 in credit card debt, made a movie.
Oh.
It blew up, and then he made and still makes all kinds of movies. But yeah, most of them are comedy. Sometimes they're not.
He's the Gen X guy.
Yeah.
The Gen X guy. Gonzo, I've worked with. I don't know if he remembers it, but I worked with him somewhere before, and that place was rough as hell. It was only that plastic factory I mentioned.
Yeah.
It was just the people who couldn't. It wasn't that place. It was the people who either got in a fight there and couldn't go back, or had a record.
Oh.
I couldn't go back just because I had been there too many times.
Yeah.
And they didn't want me. And they're like, you can go work here. And I was like, fine. And then everyone was scary.
Yeah.
But I found out pretty quick he was a chill guy, and he liked to just hang out.
Yeah,
He
he's-
did anything. He was like chill to a fault.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he just
But
hang
he's
out.
definitely he's a unique cat.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of like I said, I kind of look at him as like Jay.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Next week, I'm dropping a rat beef on Gonzo. Destroying
You
his
guys are
ass.
gonna be the new Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get this on at the next halftime show or inauguration or whatever.
Yeah.
Try to get this to play there. Because you can kind of just do whatever you want now if it gets viral enough. I might get a coin. I might make a coin after it.
A coin?
I might make my own Gonzo coin so that he can't make people invest in it. And then everyone's like,
Oh,
this
like
Gonzo guy.
Oh, like crypto.
like
Yeah.
a meme coin.
Yeah, meme coin.
So
You could rug pull that really hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna get people to invest in Gonzo. They're gonna
Here's-
think it's his coin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm,
rug pull, destroy his career, make all the money.
I'm gonna grind some gears
There you
again
go.
here. I don't. Maybe I'm being an old guy now, but I don't understand meme coins at all and why.
It's not real money.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Hey,
Isn't it a picture? Is it just a fucking JPG?
Oh,
me
that's
describe.
what are those?
let me describe. You know the monkey ones,
Yeah. What are those
NFTs.
called? NFTs. Yeah.
non-fungible tokens.
Right.
Let me describe one I read about.
Okay.
It's like $150,000. This non-fungible token.
Okay.
What it does, I guess you would have it on your phone and someone else wouldn't somehow.
Okay.
Mhm.
I guess you'd open it to the site rather than a screenshot. You show it at the door of this place that's in Belgium or something. You got to be able to get. You got 150,000 for an NFT. You can fly to Belgium.
Yeah.
Go to this place. Go to this warehouse or this hangar, and there's like a 10-foot by 10-foot by 10-foot whatever cube of tungsten. You can go touch that cube.
What? That's all you get?
He's
So-
he's telling a lie. way
No,
that's
this
true.
happened during COVID. That was a non-fungible token. Was the annual Touch the Tungsten Cube event. It's a ticket every year. Once you buy it, you can go every year. It might be open year round, but I know that you can use it ongoing. But it might be that like once a year, all our NFT bros got to come here and touch the Tungsten Cube.
That's so stupid.
I don't know.
Well, imagine also if someone drew a monkey.
So
Yeah.
Like-
So can you like sell can you once you buy a meme coin, is it like crypto where you can like sell it or you just have it now?
You can sell it, yeah.
Yeah, I think you can sell that ticket off to someone else.
Okay.
So what are you doing then? Do you want to make a profit on the Tungsten Cube NFT? And you're like, bro,
How do you sell that to somebody? Like, well, you can spend all this money to fly to Belgium and then you get to touch this thing. Is there anything else? Nope.
it's
That's
gotta be woo-woo, frou-frou, fucking crystals people. I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
chemicals, I like rocks people.
Yeah.
There's probably something with tungsten that's like the fountain of youth.
I leave a rock out in the sun for 24 hours, I put it in my butt, I
Yeah.
carry it around work with me, and it gives me energy.
Yeah.
I got energy.
The energy rock.
Energy. I love and by love I mean I want to stab people sometimes because of the use of the word either energy, that's a big fucking culprit.
Yeah.
And then chemical, I don't think people comprehend scientifically that
Everything's a chemical.
Everything's, your hair is already chemicals, so when you put chemicals in your hair, water's a chemical, your hair is a chemical.
Yeah.
That's not the problem.
So
And then the word energy.
you're talking about like when people are like, your energy's off, man.
When
Stuff
people
like that.
say,
The
okay,
worst, dude.
see this?
My generation does it all the time.
Your
I
generation's
fucking
the worst, man.
We are.
This vibrates. This literally, I'm vibrating it. This vibrates and that energy changes the room. You just say whatever you want about a literal, you can't name the physical, the physics energy you're
Yeah.
talking about in most cases, so that you can also claim that that's the same energy that Vanessa was using when she asked how old I was. It's all the same shit. You asked how old I am, that's the same energy as you know,
It's like saying
Bob.
vibe but terrible.
Yes. And
Vibe's
there's-
pretty
we-
terrible too, though.
less
Again,
terrible.
Again, that's your generation.
It's a
no,
spectrum.
no, that was.
It's a
That's
spectrum.
like people like
Well,
5 or 6.
I can tell you this: my generation just did not say
All
that.
right, all right. Well,
We may now to try.
People
to be cool,
between
but
5 and 10 years older than me say vibe all the time,
Yes.
and it doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't bother me as much as energy.
Yeah, energy's significantly worse.
Yeah.
Vibe. Now, there's a certain type of person that because everyone's cool with vibing, yeah, vibes.
Yeah.
Everyone gets that. There's a certain type of person, they are only vibes. And no one, you have to be the non-vibe guy to go, hey, he's just vibing, but he's shit. He's cancer, and he's going to get us. And that's why I love, and I've said it before, the film Midsommar is
That's
just
a good one.
group of people who are too cool with vibing. They all get it like they deserve. They can't, the boyfriend can't tell the girlfriend we're over, or my friends don't want you to come, or I need a break, or bring your friends and we'll split up, or he can't say anything. They all deserve it. Vibes, people. And I know we don't want to talk about it, but everything that's happened is because of vibes-based politics. People look at a person's face and they go, I like it.
Yeah.
I think you can say that. Yeah, just.
They just like people.
Like it's yeah.
You hear wild shit where they go, this person and this person
Well-
over here are the only ones that care about us. And you're like, those people would eat each other alive if
Like-
they're in the same room.
Me and my dad kind of play the game telephone, where somebody on the radio will hear something and they will say it on the radio to my dad, and then he will hear that and say it to me. So it's not at all what really happened. But recently, this Democrat in Texas running for governor called her opponent, who is permanently in a wheelchair, called him Hot Wheels. And I was like, I would vote for her. That's fucking hilarious. Like,
Yes.
just based off what she said,
I saw that.
I got a strong vibe that
It's
she
about
deserves to
time.
run that state.
I think there should be.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I think there should be a sub-party of the Democrats if they're going to do anything about, if they're the party that's upset about the current party, this is what that party should do.
Yeah.
There should be a sub-portion of them that are farther off, right? I want them to wear orange and not blue. Anything, just do a gimmick, and then when people come in to disagree with you, go, your mom and dad are blood related. Just little shit like that, like you're Amish. Get off the stage, you're Amish, you don't comprehend the education system because you weren't a part of it. Your school marm lied to you. We're not flat, we're a globe, thank you. Just win.
Like fight fire with fire.
Yeah, be a rock star.
Yeah.
I'm sick of
I would
nerds.
probably vote.
They keep running nerds against a rock star.
Yeah.
A comedian.
Yeah.
They're running nerds against a stand-up comedian.
Louis C.K.
That's what
Let me guys know if you have any philosophies about America in this way. Louis C.K. says that America, and I add to this, that America is nerds and cowboys. It's guys in glasses that know stuff but are hesitant, and then there's cowboys that just do it, and they can handle that energy. Neuroscience backs this up, by the way. There's a portion of the U.S. that understands complex thought, but because of that and the amount of consequences per decision they're asked to make, are neurotic and indecisive.
Yeah.
And there's a portion, when asked to read, enter fight or flight. This is pretty true. Now, there's a certain portion of the U.S., they may have been born as one or the other, but through lived experience, apotheosis, they get a bit of the other side, and that's the rock star. The rock star has the time and patience to go learn the guitar and the drums and band camp in their own room alone all that time, but will also do all those weird drugs and put on the gay clothes and go out on the stage and, go, and then fuck the stage rats to make sure they keep coming back. Is the rock star where they can do both.
Yeah.
Sure, man. No, I mean,
Now,
it makes
any
sense.
American figures come to
Yeah,
mind.
whatever. I agree.
Go for it. Any American figures come to, who do you relate to the most out of those three subsects? And also, any American figures come to mind? You're like, they're definitely, you can just start naming. Like, our rock stars are obviously rock stars.
Yeah.
But our athletes are typically cowboys, but a lot of our fighters are actually nerds. Our fights, I find, like UFC fighters, if you watch them, 25% of them are definitely nerd.
you kind of have to nerd out on like jujitsu and stuff.
Yeah.
To like remember the holds and
To the point that they're like,
to be obsessive about it to
Yeah, like
to learn a
Israel
skill.
Adesanya is doing all that anime fucking shit.
I feel like, but that would be Rockstar, wouldn't it?
Yes,
Because it does
by
take a
that
lot of
point,
time to
they've-
learn that shit. You have to have lots of
I
coaches.
think he's
you have
saying
to have
like
lots
they're
of
the
teachers.
middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I'm trying to find a complicated subsect
Mhm.
of celebrity.
Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of people
Have to be both.
they're in. I think I prefer a person that way.
Yeah.
Because, there's something to be said on both sides of those.
Yeah.
Things need to be get done. Like sometimes you just can't like sit on your couch and think about stuff for months.
Yeah.
If you watch,
How's the universe that's infinite that goes on forever? What goes on there? And then think about it for 3 months and not produce anything to society. The
Yeah.
same goes. We need to like learn stuff.
we have to know what we're doing
we have
today.
To, yeah, we have to like
We have to comprehend it.
we have to engineer things, and
Yeah.
they have to
You
have the
need
smart
a-
people. So I think it's a good.
You got a guy in glasses at Houston with a headset and a computer and a bunch of numbers, but then you've got guys
That are willing to get in the rocket. and go
wiring
up it.
shit in orbit
That's-
that
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah. Gotta have it. Gotta have
Gotta
both.
have all of it,
I think that's what people don't realize is we kind of gotta have each other.
or
We
at
gotta have
least
all of us.
a nice committee of checks and balances so that cowboys don't run off with all the nerd stuff and or nerds don't hide all the cowboys shit
Yeah.
and not pay them.
Yeah.
That's something college sports is a bunch of nerds just stealing cowboys' money,
Yeah.
just getting in there going,
Yeah.
hey
That's-
cowboy, you thought you weren't going to get to college?
Yeah. Go
Come here.
hit some people.
Yeah.
Run real hard and hit people.
To
with
the
things.
point that the nerds stop investing in younger nerds.
Scramble your brains all up and then
Yeah.
we'll give you some money.
The schools don't have anything for the fucking actual good students, but they'll let you pass if you do really good on that $1 million field we just made. We'll pass you a few times. If there was a war, and the people that are both, they're their own thing, it's a three-way war between the nerds, the cowboys, and the rock stars of America.
Rock stars win.
Yeah.
Rock stars win.
Definitely.
Do you think the nerds will manage to politics and,
No.
and connive their way into
No.
anybody else?
So here's what's going to happen. Nerds are going down, hands down, first. They're going down. Ball flames, they're weak, whatever.
Well, they're not willing to just go out and go shoot the guy.
Yes, exactly.
Just shoot him.
The Cowboys will immediately take out all the nerds,
Yeah.
and then they will come after the middle ground. The middle ground will take some losses.
Will,
then
yes.
they'll use their nerd half to combine with their strength
Yeah.
to take out the dumb Cowboys.
I feel like the
Okay.
Cowboys would be like, let's make some bombs, but they'd only be making like Molotovs,
Yeah.
just like sticking a rag in a bottle and
Yeah.
throwing it.
You
And
have a
the
few
rock
Canaanite
stars,
guys, maybe.
yeah, the rock stars would be like, let's make some real bombs.
Yeah. The rock star guys, I would have to say the Unabomber is a rock star. Unabomber is classic rock star Americana. He had to have the
Classic
patience
rock star.
to not only learn about our entire society on a deep level to write his manifestos, but also to make the bombs, to understand the bombs.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, you gotta have that cowboy element to get on the bowl and send out the bombs.
do it.
He's
with
only
your name.
like a little bit cowboy because like he didn't even have the balls to be like, at least like some people would be like, all right, I'm just gonna set this bomb off and I'm gonna be in the room with it,
Right.
or like I'm
No.
gonna
I
I'm gonna
think he
shoot
had
this
a-
person. Not that
Like, I'm gonna
anything's-
crash this plane into that tower.
Yeah,
I think he thought, I'm gonna be the new Henry David Thoreau, and I'm gonna make it so that these factories and machines stop turning people gay, which is what he thought was going on. It was like there's a feminization of Western society, which there kinda is, in order to work consistently with women. A lot of male behavior's gotta go out the window, like yelling all the time. I can't just go, well, that's fucking stupid, because like half of them will cry and go home, and we lost work. But that was his big thing, was that these factories and schools and everything was feminizing the West. So he's like, well, I'll toughen them up a little bit, tough love. Bombs. Bombs are tough love.
that'll do it. Yep.
I think a lot of terrorists love us. Ultimately, when I stabbed a bearded glasses guy's tires earlier today after an angry shift, allegedly, that's out of love. You know,
Yeah.
I think for the community. I care about the community.
Care about the quality of product, you know.
It's like learn from this experience.
Look how
Yes.
awesome this is with the three of us and all those people.
Just
the quality of product
yes.
we got here.
We're killing it.
Just
We've
killing
made
it.
a utopia out of this place by doing that.
Mm-hmm. Look how much peace we have here. We don't have all that clapping.
Who needs all that clapping?
Every time they clap, I'm like, shut up!
Quit clapping.
Audio. You're just gonna ruin the audio.
Ruin the audio. Quit clapping.
Ah.
Don't have fun. Yeah,
Speaking of audio, is that on?
it is, man. Yeah, I remember this time. Yeah, we had people working and doing stuff this week, so we're doing this experiment. It's going well.
Mhm. Excellent.
I'm up here a lot longer than I like to be, and yeah,
Let's go off the grid.
go off the grid.
Let's get off of this grid real quick.
You guys never answered. Who do you identify with the Cowboys and the Nerds and the rock stars?
Like, where do I think I am?
Yes, and bear in mind, I don't think there's any born rock stars.
Yeah.
So where do you think you started? Where do you think you're at now?
Oh boy, I shouldn't probably. Because isn't it? It'd be pretty arrogant to say like, I'm a rock star. You know what I mean?
That you've handled, but if you argue it, because we've described what it is, there's a cowboy element and a nerd element.
Okay,
So if you just argue which element you had and which one you introduced, you can say that you identify with rock stars more now than you would before.
yeah, I don't.
Because in the past you've been like, why are they wearing
I'm
women's pants?
definitely, definitely not. I wouldn't consider myself a rock star, but I'm not. If I would be somewhere in the middle ground,
Yeah.
and because I don't know, because I appreciate reading and doing things and music and stuff.
Yes.
But I also work a day job and provide for my family, and I've worked menial, terrible jobs,
Yeah.
hard labor jobs,
The hands dirty.
gotten the old hands dirty. I know how to do quote unquote manly things.
Yeah.
But in some ways I lack a lot of that. Like,
Yeah, we all.
I don't know my way around a car or those things.
Yeah,
like
right.
That. But
I was
so
never good
I
with
think,
machines or math.
yeah, I'm not a math guy. I don't have the patience. Patience is my biggest problem.
Right.
So having the patience to like fix things, I'm not great at fixing things. Even in the age of like, hey, I'm gonna get on YouTube and this guy is going step by step, slowly explaining to me how to fix things, and I'm still like, Heather, fix it. You know,
These fucking steps.
because it's not a good thing. It's just that's just the way my brain is. It's hard for me to. I have done it. It's just not.
Yeah.
I have to go a little bit. I have to work at it a little more than maybe some people because it's just not something my brain can switch
Yeah.
over.
Certain things like.
But like, you know, with this place, like I'll just I had to work like 16-hour days for 2 weeks straight just to get this thing open. Not to pat myself on the back, but I'll do what's needed to be done to get things done.
Yeah.
But I also like
Fuck it.
suck at many things, and you know, so I don't like the name Rockstar, but you know, I would like to think I would be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. See, like I have that answer, but kind of the opposite. Like I started as a nerd. I was a very good student in math and science. I majored in engineering at college,
And you fix things.
and I fix things. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot, and I have to like learn how to fix things a lot. But with comedy, I'm starting to get a little rock star in me.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting close to gambling my life on this shit.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm ready to live in my car for a while, you know.
Yeah. Go
As soon
for
as
it.
I can drive again,
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm going to.
Go for it before you know,
I
have
would
kids
say-
and do anything.
I wish I had gone for it like that you've already went for something this young and you're already feeling that way. Do go for that, because I didn't, and I still ended up living in a car whilst not fulfilling any of my dreams. So just go for it, 'cause you don't know who or what could fuck up all your shit.
Yeah.
You might as well you fuck up your shit.
I'm not gonna
Right.
go out and say it though, but if you go somewhere and try something like that, and you get to the point where you're at like, ooh, I gotta have to do this thing I don't want to do just to like eat tonight, give me a call. Don't do that thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it on the live broadcast,
Yeah.
but don't get that.
Don't
right.
sell your soul for.
Sleep in a car, okay, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I've got some tricks to.
Yeah, don't get.
Right.
The good thing is you've got some skill though. You could do.
Yeah.
You could pick up work fixing things.
I really want to do sales. I feel like
There you
I
go.
could do sales.
You might be able to, yeah. With
Yeah.
that kind of goes into like being able to talk to crowds and
Right,
stand-up
right,
comedian, being able to,
yeah.
like there's another thing I could not. I'm getting better at it with having to communicate with people every day here, but like and my other job, but I could not do sales. Like
Right.
Michael Kyle does the sales. Give him a
Nice.
pat on the back all the time for it. I'm like I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. The sun is directly in my eyes.
I know, dude. Good thing you got these.
Good thing I got
nice
these cool
ass
shades
sunglasses.
on. These dollar shades.
I 100% started as a nerd, and it's undeniable.
Yeah.
But I filled up the nerd bit like to 50% pretty quick, and now it's going up to 60, 75%. But I'm thinking if I get like 15% more cowboy, I'll hit rock star status. I just have to figure out what direction cowboy's in. I gotta be careful.
What
before I eat
Cowboy
one.
Avenue?
Yeah.
What-
My heart goes out.
My heart.
What Cowboy Avenue? Yeah, you could go. I
So-
think there's some easy ways to do that. Like go buy a gun. You know.
Yeah, right?
Go
Yeah, guns are fun.
start- Go get
I
training.
played with guns
Go-
as a kid
Fuck
too.
Get some training with guns. Learn how to shoot a gun.
Yeah, I need, because if I'm going to listen, the ADHD and the people wanting to offer me quick things because I seem confident,
Yeah.
they'll offer me quick little easy things.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to whole ass one thing. Hard for me to just stand up and go for it and keep doing stand up. So I think maybe, yeah, if I just have a gun gimmick, I could do anything. I'm the gun guy.
Yeah.
Well, when you say gimmick, let's not bring a gun gimmick like
Yeah, let's not do that.
like in here for like
Legit, I did
stated.
want a toy gun today.
But if you're talking about like
Like just
That-
being the guy
that-
that talks about guns.
Yeah.
yeah,
like-
I know about the gun.
we all know those guys that like everybody I work with at my regular job is very like, and I'm not anti it. I may or may not own a few or whatever, but I don't.
I get gun. I get
But
it.
but I don't, and it's the same with a lot of things. Like I don't get the obsession over it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I totally whatever. People have their hobbies, so you could be that could be your thing. Like
The-
Daniel's he's the gun guy.
I'm the Second Amendment leftist guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them.
yeah.
There needs to be.
You could be
A lot of them aren't aware.
you could be like in rare territory. You could be like a unicorn
Yeah,
or a whatever that
yeah.
is.
Whatever the coxcomb guy.
Yeah.
I just
Coxcomb
need more
leftist
gimmicks.
gun guy.
I don't need to write more. I need more gimmicks. I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like again, I will reiterate. As far as a gimmick for comedy, I don't think that's the avenue to go. I think
Yeah, dude.
I think as far as like
Do not
Being
bring
a
a gun.
cowboy,
yeah, I think as far as like a hobby
a hobby,
and
and having something to talk
and
about.
and it might give you some inspiration. Like you come in here and be like, hey guys, so I was shooting my gun the other day, and I didn't put it towards the ground and I shot myself in the foot. I didn't put the safety on, something like that.
I'm gonna give us a 5-minute window right here.
Okay, yeah, we're running out of time.
Naming types of American dudes. Flavors of dudes that you stumble into in America. I'll go first. Drug guy, right?
Yeah,
But he's on the higher end. He's got like chemical tattoos, and he won't shut up about all chemicals and all the processes of whatever recreational drug you're trying to do with that guy.
yeah.
That's a type of American.
Like the or not
Yeah,
the-
recreational chemist.
Yes, the chemistry.
There's the recreational chemist.
So like MDMA stands for methamphetamine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When
They
you
give
do
you all
this,
the
it
chemical
is-
stuff. You're concerned that maybe they've made or tried the harder stuff a couple times.
Like you cooking this shit, dude?
Yeah, like sure, you're playing with acid now, but you seem to know enough to have played with other stuff.
Right.
Um,
That's definitely the type of person.
I mean, I could name 100, but I guess the first thing that comes to mind for me is the construction lead guy. You would probably know the name of that, but it's escaping me right now. But the guy that
Foreman.
Foreman?
the foreman that runs the crew, has a nice truck, whatever. He walks in, is like, "Oh, seems to be doing
Yeah.
construction here," and then leaves and has no interest in anything social or fun or anything. He's like, "Well,
Yep.
checked on the crew today.
I
Now
feel
I'm gonna
like-
go home and eat."
I
And
feel
then
like
go
that
to
would
bed.
just fit into the broader managers, you know?
Yeah, because I've
Yeah.
worked
And
at
a lot
There's
of
a
managers
manager
just
type.
don't know shit about.
retail. I worked a retail place, and there was guys that would come
What
in
their
with
underlings
a
do.
polo shirt and a pickup, and they would just kind of come in with a laptop and go, "That person's what?" And they know nothing about the place, and they're coming in to tell us what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get all the information off of us, change two things, and drive off.
Well, I know we're running short on time, but I'm gonna go off of that real quick.
Yes.
Speaking of manager, I used to be a manager
Yes.
at a place that we may or may not have mentioned earlier, and that's why I didn't do well at that. So it was the very attitude come in, here's 4 pages of stuff that you have to get done in 12 hours. You have 3 employees working in your department this day. Make them do it all. And I'm like, that's not
Yeah.
morally or ethically
That's some
right.
bullshit.
They can't do it done. And then when they don't get it done, write them up. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. So then I went and did 2/3 of the list, worked 16 hours, drive home an hour, come back again, do it every day like that. And then they're pissed at me, why are you out here working and doing stuff?
Right.
I got yelled at one time because my shirt was untucked when one of the there's a manager that runs the store, and then there's a regional,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then there's a
District or something.
whatever, yeah. You know how it goes. But anyway, there's one of those people there, and I'm it's Friday afternoon, and we're getting ready for the weekend rush and stuff. So I run at this point because everybody's quit because for the same reasons, right? I'm running half the store. I've been a salaried manager for 3 months at this time. Okay, I'm running half the store. I'm trying to get milk and the essential stuff stocked, and I'm just frankly busting my ass, sweating, just and then I'm sure my shirt's untucked. I'm kind of a weird shaped dude, runs in the family, and so my tuck in shirt doesn't stay tucked.
No.
I got a belly, and even then I had a belly, and the waist anyway.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work right? So, I mean, it doesn't take long, whatever.
And back in the day, the bigger guys were allowed to bring it up here
Yeah,
above.
can't do that nowadays.
They don't let you anymore, so now you have to put it under.
No, I'd
doesn't
be-
necessarily work functionally.
No, it doesn't. It's not functional at all. So, moral of the story is I got yelled at for
Working.
not looking professional enough, I guess. But, positive note, that same day, and whether it's God, I know, or whatever,
Whatever you have.
fucking mystery thing, I got a call that same day from where I work now, which I will not state where, but which is a infinitely better job, both financially, stress live, all that stuff, right? So, moral of the story is, F that place that we mentioned earlier, find something better.
Hell fucking yeah.
I just,
I'm gonna extend just a second. I was gonna
Yeah.
put us about 2 minutes past this. Types of dudes.
yeah,
Cowboy without a horse or a cow.
yeah,
That's definitely one.
yeah,
There is,
all the time. Hats.
not self-aware enough to know or care about their gender. They just kind of throw a sack on and mumble in their glasses. That's the type of person. And they go either gender. They don't seem to care about anything. They mumble. They're always a bit bigger. Usually effete or immature looking. More types of people. Oh, fussy. I guess Karens, but
That's
you know.
definitely.
Yeah.
I was.
And there's definitely dude Karens, like we were
What
talking
would
about
those
earlier.
be called?
Darrens.
Darren.
Oh yeah, I got
That's
Darren by a Darren. My brother-in-law said to my wife that I'm kind of an asshole because one time he said he wanted something back, and I was like, "You fucking Indian giver!" over the phone because he was on speaker. I yelled that in the morning because he had brought 30 things and took 29 back, and I forgot what all it was. And he said what thing he wanted. I yelled at him, and he was trying to talk shit over at our place, and both his girlfriend and my wife were like, "No, no, you did it.
You did
This is
it."
your problem."
Yeah.
Types of dudes. Oh, at work, you usually get two types of people in general. I heard this in a video game. There's the more bovine type that's chill, dead-eyed, doesn't care, nothing matters, rolls off their back. And you got your squirrely type. None of this shit's working. You expecting all this shit to fucking work? It doesn't work. And this is all on me? And why don't you have him doing anything? But typing out types of people can help one find a gimmick.
Just be you, man.
Nah, there's not one.
Just be you, man.
There's another type of dude, Hicks.
Yeah.
Hicks are
Like basic, like pickup truck type.
very big on
Doesn't that go into the
Footwear.
cowboy hat without a horse?
I'm gonna say cowboy without a cow or a horse is different than hick. The hick
Hick.
specifically went after the pickup. Dad bought him an unusually large,
Okay.
pointless pickup.
And I would argue that there's two kinds of Hicks.
Go for it.
All right, but all Hicks like footwear, firearms, and
Yes.
vehicles.
But the footwear, how does that differ up between these two groups?
Well, cowboy boots or Jordans.
Right?
They
Yeah.
love very expensive shoes.
True.
I think you're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably right.
In America.
Smell what I'm stepping in?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that guy. I know a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
It goes either way. Because I noted in school that in terms of expression, there's a contingent where they'll flip, where they'll go from from all camo and some cowboy boots straight to some Jordans
Yeah.
and a jersey and flip. They'll switch how they talk.
Right.
'Cause they're
Code
just hanging out-
switching.
Yeah, they code switch, and it's probably based on what gas station they're hanging out at.
Yeah.
Which this one, if I want a cigarette, I'll be a good old boy.
Used to be a McDonald's or Hardee's here in town.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
CR's. CR's was the hick.
Mm-hmm.
Scott remembers CR's. I don't know that
I
you were
don't-
probably in Mississippi and he wasn't born.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And
My
then
mom
we
used
had
to
like
work at CR's.
what?
My mom used to work at CR's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They had good burgers, man. I miss that place.
There weren't a lot of types of people at Mississippi.
They had,
Is CR's the
Hicks.
next to Casey's? It's right in
it's where Casey's was. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, then I know.
Right there by on the end of Morton, like on the way to Springfield.
Yeah,
Like where
I
Casey's
think
is.
it was. It closed right as I got here, right as Obama was getting elected.
Fucking Obama.
Fucking Obama changed everything.
Ruined CR's.
He ruined CRs. Fucking Obama. I made a promise to myself to only say thanks Obama once it was completely irrelevant.
Yeah. I'll
Well-
just say it for everything.
I
All right.
guess we'll call that an episode.
Sounds good.
It'll only get
Great
better
work,
with
guys.
time. If the more we got regulars bantering with each other,
Yeah.
the more the banter will get better. We keep
Yeah.
doing this open mic.
Like I said from the beginning, we're just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just,
I think,
we'll
hey,
just
It
talk
was
shit.
fun.
Here's what I think from now on.
Yeah.
We might do just 3-5 minutes, and we like another show that I'm not trying to be like. Pull them out of a hat. And
I do think you need to be a little.
mean.
Yes.
Do I roast people who are bombing who aren't even comedians though?
Yeah.
Just fuck it.
I think we have we come out and say like maybe next episode we're like, hey, listen, here's how it's gonna go. If you're gonna be offended, then get out.
Get out.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna be the Generation X style PRL from now on. It's all cross chops, saying ass, damn, and hell and bitch too much,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna make fun of everybody.
let's get crazy. You know?
I'll get crazy. You want to see crazy?
Let's get crazy.
I'll cut your tires.
We are Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world, Elm City Radio. Welcome. It's the home of Big Eli, General Grierson, Governor Duncan, Illinois College, and more. Playing local flavors of music, broadcasting local news at some point, and keeping you up to date about the heart of West Central Illinois in Jacksonville. Stream us wherever you are. That's Elm City Radio, Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world.
Three 5-minute acts randomly selected. They gotta get here on time. I'm gonna say cutoff time for acts is 6:05.
Yeah,
And that's fine to be in the episode. We can cut it. But just so people know, 3 5-minute acts, 6:05 is cut out. We pick them out at random, so it's not that I'm picking favorites.
Yeah,
And then you can choose if you want to stay on the couch now.
sounds good.
Yep.
Good
So
job.
there would only be 3 people on the couch.
Yep, we're gonna limit to 3 people.